Born in 1944, Rollen Stewart was a man well before his time. He grew up in Spokane, Washington, where at a young age he became fascinated with drag racing. This fascination quickly turned into a profession as he owned an auto repair shop. It didn't take long for Stewart to change paths for the first time and sell the auto repair shop to purchase a marijuana farm. At the same time, Rollen Stewart was on a mission to grow the world's largest mustache. In 1977, Rollen was awoken to the feeling of being on national TV. He quickly learned the operations of a TV broadcast and was fascinated with getting on live TV, even wearing a rainbow afro wig and carrying a battery-powered TV to see where his spot to shine was. At the 1977 NBA Finals in Portland, Oregon, a beast was born as Rainbow Man would sell his marijuana farm and move to California to become a TV star. It didn't take long for broadcasts to start avoiding Stewart, as at the 1979 MLB All-Star Game in Seattle, Washington, he was actively sought out and avoided by cameras. It wasn't just NBA and MLB games that Rollen Stewart would attend. Anything from NFL games, golf matches, soccer games, NASCAR races, and even the Olympics. At the 1980 Olympic Games in Moscow, Russia, Rollen would get his first taste of detainment. At this point in 1980, Rollen Stewart's life took a small turn. Stewart was watching television as he loved almost as much as being on it and came across a televangelist. A televangelist is someone who preaches Christianity on television, and Stewart was hooked immediately, becoming a born-again Christian. This resulted in an addition to the memorable and unmissable rainbow afro wig, as Stewart would don a John 3:16 or Jesus Saves shirt moving forward. He became more and more recognized amongst civilians, even starring in a Budweiser commercial and having a Saturday Night Live parody made about him. The problem was the persona of Rock and Rollin was not truly who Rollen Stewart was. He was homeless, had no money, and was surviving solely off of financial and ticket donations from fellow Christians. In the late 1980s, Rollen took another turn, furthering his objective of delivering Jesus' message by making stink bomb attacks at various venues, some of which included Robert Schuller's Crystal Cathedral, the Orange County Register, Trinity Broadcasting Network, and even a Christian bookstore. The message of "Jesus thinks, this stinks" was literally being delivered through these targeted stink attacks. Then, in 1991, Rollen Stewart changed his whole life. He found his way into a Los Angeles, California hotel room, inevitably pulling a gun and attempting to kidnap a maid. She escaped and locked herself in a bathroom as Rock and Rollen Stewart had one demand for police. He asked for a 3-hour press conference on all 3 major networks, crying out, "This is my last hurrah. No one gets hurt. The media gets the message, they present it, and then it's over." His request was not granted. He was subdued with a concussion grenade, and no one was hurt. Following this incident, Rock and Rollen Stewart was sentenced to 3 life sentences in prison.